Okay, let's interface. Okay, so let's look at here. Okay, so let's say, okay, so the Paru's not getting their government check, right? Something to feed their kids. Well, aren't they getting some type of assistance? Something in some line, some food bank line or something like that? If federal employees are going to the food bank, isn't that where they go? Poverty goes to get their food anyway? Or like, you know what I'm saying, below poverty level gets their food anyway. Isn't that what? Not buy like new cars and stuff like every year or something like that, or get that one big iPhone. I mean, wasn't that what it is? So the seriousness of it is so great. That's right, man. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's trap it in then. Trap it in. Let's say what it is. And what it is. On long-term damage. What is long-term damage? Long-term damage is you get your resume together, you pick up, and you go get a job. Now that doesn't. Now okay, so say you take this person upstairs. I don't know her name is. Person upstairs, abort, whatever it is. Okay, it doesn't get a government check or gets a government check. Has kids or something like that, or what whatever it is the case may be. Okay, so you take her and say, okay, well, she doesn't get the same such and such, what do you call it, anymore, right? So it doesn't matter, but she doesn't get her government check. Well, that's too bad, isn't it? I mean, it's still housed, so what, I mean, how is that, like, what do you call it? So that's not something like that, right? So she's not getting her something like that. So it's beyond that, but the noise level still remains the same. So that, okay, so that remains the same, so that hasn't changed. So whatever you formulate from that is like, oh, that's still kind of offensive, you know what I mean? Okay, I'll say now other things like yesterday when someone kid was like, hey, I want my check or something like that in the window. Okay, you take that right there. Okay, well, shouldn't that person be at work, whoever had that kid? Because if that person's old enough to, young enough to have a child that's that young, shouldn't that person be at work and shouldn't that kid be in daycare? Isn't what that's supposed to be? So I mean, so isn't that something that already just kind of fixes itself, or is that something that's just damaged? Is that something that's damaged in the system? So I mean, so whether it be you having to go pick up and say, okay, well there's need to be new services to have daycare so people can go do 40 hours a week, then that's just what it is. I mean, now if you can't stand the work, that's a whole other story. That's an ethical problem. That's in the United States. That's kind of the one of the grievances of some of the people here. So that's the whole thing. So you just create more services. As a Democrat, you say, well, my dad needs to go to daycare. Well, you take the service to daycare, the free daycare services, and you say, oh, this is what we're doing. Dump your kids in here, so we could do it until 5 o'clock because we need to do it. Not dump your kids in the humanity level, but put your kids here. So I need to go be productive so I can pay the rent, buy food, buy this cell phone and whatever it is that you want to buy. Gas, nice car, whatever that's not damaged, you know. So what difference does it make? So you take this person, so you get it'll form a little more complicated than that. It was more or less simplistic. You take this person upstairs who has maybe 6 some odd kids, all grown, doesn't get a check from them anymore. So she says, want a person level beyond that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but gets a check because maybe too old to work or something like that. Well, how is that my problem? How is that my problem? I mean, well, what does the noise level have to do with that? I mean, what does the noise level have to do with that? If you're getting free housing because you're not getting a check, then why is it there's so much noise in certain? Isn't that more of greed than anything else? And then isn't that a hypocrisy of what you're talking about in abort, in a sense, what it is? So I mean, what is it? I mean, you know, I'm beyond the whole idea that. So I'll leave that alone. I'm not going to touch that. So in particular, say all the people in Section 8 and something like that depend on a government check. Well, then if you don't have kids, then that means you have to go get a resume together. That means you have to go to that employment job, whereas people are hiring on the spot the same day. You go to the interview, you get hired the same day. You didn't hear these things in the current events? This is what they're doing nowadays. Now, if you figure that you can't get yourself to get up and go do that, then that's your own problem. Then that's when the shelter people who are in the shelter who are defunct maybe need to make room for you.
I thought he's the king negotiator.
So what is that?
Well, we haven't been seeing a lot of negotiating. We've seen some